We should, yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing I'd like to ask is, would you like to be seated? Relax. I think we'll start with the traditional welcome to country. I'd like to acknowledge that we are meeting here today on the traditional land of the Barrakalong people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation and pay respect to their elders past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge other elders present with us today. It's my great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this Australian citizenship ceremony, and I'd like to acknowledge our official guests this evening. First of all is Councillor Dan Clancy, who will be joining me in the ceremony. Lincoln Ingravelli, did I get that right, Lincoln? Thank you, who is the Mayor of our Youth Council here in Latrobe City. We have members from the Latrobe City Cultural Diversity Advisory Committee and members of the Morwell First Scout Group. I take it we're going for a citizenship badge, are we? Ah, good stuff. Welcome, guys, but unfortunately in a ceremony like this I have to read for quite some time, so just relax. This citizenship ceremony today is being conducted as prescribed in the Australian Citizenship Act 2007 and the Australian Citizenship Regulations 2007 under the authority of the Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs. I've been authorised as a person who may receive the pledge your pledge, as a citizen of the Commonwealth of Australia. Making the pledge is the final step on you becoming Australian citizens. Citizenship is a common bond which unites all Australians, whether they are Australia's traditional inhabitants, first-generation migrants or the descendants of earlier settlers. Our rich heritage stems from the contribution made by all of us. It'd help a lot if I wore my glasses, I think. We have built a nation in which people can bring all that they are to Australia. We are all free to express and share our cultural heritage within the law, and we can all participate, contribute and belong as Australians. Australia has a commitment to various values and institutions. These include parliamentary democracy, freedom of the individual, equality before the law, freedom of speech and religion, equality between men and women, and equality of opportunity for all. Citizenship is a public commitment to embracing Australian values and institutions. Citizenship brings responsibilities and duties to obey the laws, to register on the electoral roll and to vote in elections, to serve on a duty if called to do so, and serve on a jury, not duty, if called to do so, and to defend Australia should the need arise. Citizenship also brings civil and social rights, the right to express your cultural heritage and beliefs, coupled with a responsibility to accept the rights of others to express their heritage and beliefs. The culture and traditions that migrants bring to Australia, including their language and religion, contribute to making Australia a vibrant community. We accept and respect the cultures and traditions of newcomers, and in return expect that they also respect and accept the cultural differences they find here. The aim of Australians is to build a strong, harmonious and unified nation, and to do this we must work together. As Australians, you will be members of a community which is democratic and in which everyone has equal rights and freedom of opportunity. It is important as an Australian citizen to understand how our society works and the democratic principles that guide us. It is also vital to understand how we, as responsible individuals, can contribute to a better future. But by becoming an Australian citizen, you're showing that you want to be part of Australia's future. And the script says here that's the finish of my address, but in actual fact I go on. I'd now like to read the citizenship message from the Federal Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable David Coleman MP. The Minister's message is, today you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and more recently with people from all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in freedom, in the rule of law, in democracy, and we believe that all people are equal regardless of their cultural background, gender, race or religion. We are a resilient nation. We have overcome world wars, depression, drought and flood. We stand with other strong democracies in helping to defend and protect hard-fought freedoms. By committing yourself to Australia today, you have chosen to embrace our nation and its values. Like so many millions of people throughout our history, you have decided to take on the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship. On behalf of the Australian Government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. It is now your responsibility to join all of us in building an even stronger nation. That completes the Minister's address. I would now like to read the preamble to the Australian Citizenship Act. It reads as follows. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia, and Australian citizenship is a common bond. It involves reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. The word stop has appeared. We're now taking the pledge.
Yes, sorry, numbers 1 to 4. If you can come up and stand up front. So you just get number 1, number 2.
Councillor Clancy joins me about this point, I think. You do? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So,
Face the front. You come forward.
right there.
You'll be next. Sorry.
Full marks for being eager. So, as I start, you just say what I say, only using your name, okay? So, I, and then state your name.
Hiran Rajapaksa.
Luca Rajapaksa.
Nish Rajapaksa, Shabir Rajapaksa.
From this time forward,
From this time forward,
under God,
under God,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
That's it. At this point, you are now Australian citizens. So, make sure I get these in the right order.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Now an Australian.
Thank you.
We're running opposite.
Let's try and
Congratulations.
find.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I forgot to say at the start, if there are any people who would like to take photographs during the ceremony, just feel free to come up to the front and take photographs. Thank you very much. I believe Group 2 are next.
Number 5, 6 and 7, if you'd like to come up to the front. It's number 5.
So we've got this down, Pat. I, state your name and then follow me through. So, okay. I,
Robert Darby.
Maria Kiriakopoulou.
from this time forward,
From this time forward,
under God,
under God,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
and whose laws I will uphold and obey.
and whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations, you're all Australians.
Thank you.
Right, stay there are gifts galore.
Thank you.
Maria, that's yours. Christos, that's yours.
you.
No, I thought you were.
9 years.
Yeah,
Oh, you there?
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
Good. And group 3.
8, 9 and 10. I'd like to come up in front.
You can come right down to here if you'd like. If you'd like to take your photos up close, well, feel free, you can stand here. Now we go through this. I start with I, you then state your name, and then you follow me through pretty much like last time.
Yep.
Okay, I.
Roy Arnold.
Jennifer Johnson. Benji Cole.
From this time forward,
From this time forward,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
whose rights and liberties I respect,
and whose laws I will uphold and obey.
and whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations, you're now Australians.
Thank you.
Simple as that.
I didn't feel it.
I'll get ahead of you, mate, because we're coming back against each other.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to go back to your seat? And if anybody would like pictures with the new citizens and the officiating team, we're happy to pose in front of the banner or anywhere when we finish. Right, everybody who has been up here is now an Australian citizen, and I invite everyone here to give our newest citizens a very warm welcome as full members of our Australian community. Closing address, and my notes here say it is aimed at the newly conferred citizens. It is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome today our newest citizens of Australia and to congratulate you on your decision to become an Australian citizen. Choosing to become a citizen is a very significant expression of your pride in being part of Australia's dynamic and diverse society. You have made a pledge of commitment to Australia and its people and have been provided with a memento card to mark the occasion of the commitment. Australian citizens value many basic rights, including equality of treatment, equality under the law, democracy and equal opportunity for all. Our culturally diverse society is founded on the fair go for all Australians. Councillor Clancy told me to say fair dinkum, but we'll go with fair go. Now that you're Australian citizens, you enjoy specific privileges and responsibilities such as the right to vote, to help elect Australia's governments and to access an Australian passport. For each of you who made the pledge today, your Australian citizenship is a symbol of your commitment to Australia and your formal membership of the Australian community. In taking on the commitment, you assume a new responsibility. In making the pledge, you become an Australian citizen. Finally, I congratulate all conferees for the commitment you have made today on being part of Australia's future. Now, I'd invite you all to stand for the first verse of the National Anthem, and we'll be led in singing it by our Youth Council Mayor.
Our land abounds in
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony. We'd like to invite you to join us for refreshments at the back of the room and certainly welcome our new citizens. Thank you.